Hey everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World. Hope your day is going well. A very short video today. I'm going to talk about Theta and some updates on what I said last week. And I'm also going to go through two new coins that I'm looking to get involved in. So before we do that, let's go to Theta and have a look at this chart here. So last week we obviously were on this bar here where my cursor is, and I was just talking to the group about how pennants form in the marketplace, not only in crypto but also in the real, so I guess you call it the stock market. They're very common, and last week we didn't have a breakout, but I suggested strongly to the group that it was going to be a breakout for sure. Now, sometimes there's a breakout below this support line here, which is very negative. It's a bearish signal, meaning that the stock's probably likely going to continue to go down. But what we were hoping for and what I think was going to happen, 90% certain that it was going to happen, was that we were going to wait for a breakout above that. And that happened this week. We're now into this second bar here, the last bar has just started. But last week, this is a move we saw. Remember, this is in Australian dollars. It's not in US, which most chartists base their things on in the US dollars. So last night it broke out. I don't know what the high was there. It was about $21, I think, from memory. $21.10. So this is a really, really positive thing for Theta holders. Now, if you don't own Theta, it doesn't mean your run's over. It's not over by a long stretch. My long-term price prediction for this one is going to be probably around about the $200 mark. I don't think that will happen until 2022, but certainly for this year in 2021, I would be very surprised if Theta hadn't reached $80 by the end of the year. So you still got a chance for extra money, which is really good. Okay, so I've been looking at a couple of coins over the last few weeks, deciding what to invest in. And as I do in this group, I'll just simply tell everyone what I'm doing. Again, it's my personal opinion. You've got to take it on board yourself to see if that's something you want to do. But I've come across two coins that I think provide a change in the marketplace, and anything that's going to disrupt what the normal is, or anything that's going to make life easier for us humans, or anything that's going to make a technology more safer or more secure, in my opinion, is worth having a look at. And we've got two coins to look at that at the moment. The first one is Cardesi. Now, Cardesi, again, as you can see on the screen, there's a pennant pattern happening there. There's a squeeze on the price, so it's consolidating. My gut feel is, and from what I've read on the Twitterverse and everywhere else, that this will see a breakout in the positive over the next week or so. Now, Cardesi, what they do is they're making secure contracts easier to adopt by using allowing mainstream software to be used on the blockchain network. So essentially, what that means is secure documents like Adobe or DigiSign. There's a whole host of them. They're working towards technology that will enable them to be adopted to the blockchain network. They'll still be very secure, but it's just going to have a lot more reach around the globe. As look, let's be honest, a lot of companies are still struggling with blockchain technology. Most of them probably haven't even thought about adopting that to their own business model. And from a contract point of view, it would be so much easier if they could use their current technology, their mainstream technology that they're using day to day, and have that adopted onto the blockchain network. So I think that's going to be a game changer. There'll be a lot of companies looking to do this. I think what it'll do also is make the process and the transition cheaper for many companies to invest in and put resources behind to do. So there's my investment opinion on that one. Now at the moment it's 80 cents, 82 cents Australian dollars. I think this will be adopted widely as the project grows. So I'm predicting around about a $5 move between now and the 2022, which should be a good investment for those that are interested in 5xing their money. My big pick though is this one here, which is Ontology, ONT. Currently $3 now. I was going to get into this last night. Can you believe it? Last night it was actually at around about $2.70 when I was watching it. I thought, no, I'm going to sleep on it. And overnight it's literally gone from $2.70 up to $3.10. So I missed a little bit there, but I'll be getting into that later today. Again, another company that's changing the way things are done. So Ontology, what they do, it's a medical app. Essentially, they're trying to solve a problem, and that's a good thing because that's where we want to invest our money. So Ontology, what they do, the current problem in the marketplace is if you have a medical condition, if you're an asthmatic or you've had a stroke or you've got heart failure problems, or you've got lower back issues, anything like that at all, or you might just have epilepsy, all that sort of stuff. It's very, it's painful to have to grab all of your medical records and have them travel with you when you're overseas. Or even for some countries, even in a different state, if something goes wrong and you're not able to access your medical records electronically, it becomes a real big burden. So what people have done in the past is they basically, packed a whole pile of medical records into a folder and they literally carry it with them everywhere they go. They have copies of their medications, their scripts, all that sort of stuff, which can be quite a burden, especially if you're doing things like going for a hike or you're out on a sightseeing venture and you've got to have a backpack full of medical stuff, to show just in case something goes wrong. Now, that's, that people can do that at the moment, and they can do it only if they can access their medical records. So there are some institutions around the world, believe it or not, who still believe the old theory that your medical records are their property, and trying to even access your own medical records can be a challenge for a lot of people. So the way Ontology are working is that they're looking to bring a technology that enables access to the medical records through the blockchain network, and you can store those medical records on your mobile phone rather than carrying around a backpack of stuff or whatever it is that you might have done in the past. It's all going to be simply accessed. Now it's going to be secure because it's on the blockchain network, and for me that's a game changer. Anything medically related is usually a good investment to make. Again, ethically, whether you invest in drug companies or technology companies for medical reasons is your choice. But I think this one is the app is going to make life a lot easier for the patients. It's going to make things easier for the hospitals that are overseas who don't know what your conditions are, don't know what your medical history is, but the fact that you can pull up an app on your phone or access the data anywhere in the world through the blockchain network. They can use biotechnology for you to access that, either a thumbprint or a face recognition or possibly a password. And there on your phone is all your medical records and your issues, your medications, what's happened to you in the past. So having that technology available is, I think, a game changer. At the moment, it's $3.10. Last night it was $2.70, so I could have got in there, but never mind. Sometimes you shouldn't sleep on these things. I think Ontology will be around about the $25 mark by 2022. It sounds crazy saying 2022, but the truth is it's probably, 8 months away. So it's not far at all. It's worth looking into, and if you've got some spare coin, get into it. That's it from me today. Have an awesome week, everyone, and we'll chat next time. Bye.